and Layla might be done after Savage and Kendall Jenner got caught on camera walking to their suites at Super Bowl. At least, that's what the internet's saying. Layla's clearly a jealous lover, but is she calling it quits over a clip? Let's break this all down. The Super Bowl sighting, February 8th, 2026, Super Bowl 60, Levi Stadium out in Santa Clara, California. The New England Patriots going at it with the Seattle Seahawks. The whole country tuned in. Celebrities posted up all through the building, and right in the middle of all that, a clip dropped that had absolutely nothing to do with what was happening on the field. The NFL posted a video on Instagram showing 21 Savage and Kendall Jenner arriving together, walking toward their suites. That's it. That's the whole play. Two famous people walking down the same hallway at the same time, getting escorted to their seats at the biggest game of the year. But the internet don't need much to run with something, and this right here, this was more than enough to set it off. The clip went viral within minutes. It hit Instagram, X, TikTok, Facebook threads, everywhere. People screenshotted it, reposted it, slowed it down, zoomed all the way in, and what everybody clocked, what you couldn't miss, even if you tried, was that 21 Savage appeared to maintain significant distance from Jenner, pressing himself against the wall like the drywall was his safe space. He wasn't walking beside her. He wasn't even looking in her direction. He was, as mad people online put it, hugging the wall and straight up becoming one with the wall. Bro looked like he was trying to phase through the concrete. Now, to understand why this blew up the way it did, you got to understand who these two people are when it comes to the gossip game. Kendall Jenner is a whole Kardashian Jenner. Her love life been tabloid fuel for over a decade. She was rocking with NBA player Devin Booker. She was off and on with Bad Bunny, publicly, privately, with every breakup and makeup tracked by paparazzi and stan accounts in real time. Her recent on and off situation with Bad Bunny, the same Bad Bunny who was headlining the halftime show that very night, was still fresh in everybody's head. She even starred in a Fanatic sportsbook commercial, clowning her own Kardashian curse on ex-boyfriends' careers, and that joint aired during the broadcast, so the timing of her being spotted with any dude, let alone a rapper of 21 Savage's caliber, was straight up gasoline on dry wood. And 21 Savage ain't just some random rapper you can link to whoever. He's been locked in with Layla, a confirmed long-term relationship that took damn near 5 years to go public, a relationship that Layla herself put on Front Street in September 2025 when she called him her husband during a TMZ interview out in New York City, a relationship that fans had been investigating, debating, and playing detective about since late 2020. So when a video dropped showing him strolling alongside Kendall Jenner at the Super Bowl, the question was immediate and it was loud. Yo, what's really going on? Some outlets ran with it hard. Facebook pages and entertainment accounts posted the clip with captions like "New Man Alert," questioning whether Jenner and 21.
The Mirror straight up asked if they were dating. The memes came quick. The speculation came even quicker. But there was one reaction that hit different from every random fan account post out there. Latto reposted the viral video on her Instagram story with laughing emojis, treating the whole situation like a joke instead of a problem. She didn't post no cryptic message, she didn't go ghost, she didn't unfollow nobody. Shorty laughed. And in the world of celebrity relationships, where a single deleted photo or a muted story can trigger breakup headlines for a whole news cycle, laughter is about as solid a response as you're gonna get. The comments came flooding in across every platform. On Instagram, people wrote stuff like, "He made sure to let y'all know they are not together," and 21 Savage didn't want to get in trouble by L. On Threads, one user said, "I would hate to be a celebrity. They're probably just being escorted to their seats at the same time, and now they're being linked together." Over on Reddit, somebody commented, "Now people will say she is dating him, which no way," catching the skepticism that was running right alongside the hype. So the video dropped, the internet bugged out, Latto laughed it off, and the question just hung there. But to really answer it, to truly get why this moment hit the way it did, you got to understand the relationship it was supposedly threatening. And that story starts 5 whole years before anybody was walking through a stadium hallway. the low-key link. The thing between Latto and 21 Savage didn't kick off with a red carpet debut or a couple's photo on the gram or a paparazzi catching them kissing outside some restaurant. It started in the cut, wrapped in layers of intentional secrecy that would take damn near half a decade to fully unravel. And the roots of that secrecy run deep into the circumstances that brought these two into each other's orbit in the first place. In late 2020, Latto, born Alyssa Michelle Stevens, already building serious momentum off her breakout joint Bit from Dasu and her tape Queen of Dasu, linked up with 21 Savage on a track called Pull Up. It was a standard feature, the kind of collab that happens every day in the rap game. Two artists in the same lane, laying down a verse, dropping it, keeping it moving. But fans peeped that around December 2020, both of them started posting Instagram stories from what looked like the exact same tropical spot, even though they never showed up together in any other flicks. The backgrounds looked way too similar, the timing of the posts lined up in a way that felt too tight to be a coincidence, and the internet, always watching, always lurking, started putting pieces together. Latto addressed the chatter straight up in interviews, saying they were just performing at the same venue. Fair enough, that's a reasonable explanation, but it did next to nothing to slow down the curiosity, because the breadcrumbs kept dropping in ways you couldn't just wave off. In early 2021, 21 Savage posted a photo of Latto on his Instagram story with the caption, "No makeup, damn you fine," before deleting it real quick. That ain't how you move with a casual collaborator. That's somebody who slipped up for a second and then tried to walk it back, but not before the screenshot culture of social media had already snatched and circulated the receipts. By April 2021, fans spotted what appeared to be 21 Savage's shadow in one of Latto's photos, further suggesting they were spending heavy private
about never ending up in the same frame. This was the pattern that defined the first 2 years of whatever they had going on. Proximity without acknowledgement, closeness without confirmation, a whole relationship existing in the negative space between posts. And Latto, to her credit, stayed consistent about maintaining that boundary. She talked in multiple interviews about how she valued keeping the sacred parts of her life private, refusing to name her man, even as she dropped tantalizing hints about being spoiled by somebody with deep pockets, about getting flown out, about being locked in with someone she clearly had real feelings for. She gave the audience the silhouette of a love story while keeping the most critical detail, who, completely off the record. The secrecy made sense when you looked at the full picture of what both of them were navigating at the time. Latto was on the come-up for real, making the transition from reality TV recognition on the rap game to legit hip-hop credibility. 21 Savage was still dealing with the fallout from his 2019 ICE situation, which had put his UK origins on blast and raised ongoing questions about his immigration status. Both of them had real, legitimate reasons to keep their personal lives away from the blogs and the media, and those reasons went beyond personal preference. They were, in a lot of ways, moves of self-preservation. By late 2021, social media investigators had connected them to the same vacations in Puerto Rico, despite the continued absence of any joint content. The circumstantial evidence was stacking up like bricks, building a wall that both of them kept swearing didn't exist. In 2022, Latto talked in interviews about being flown out on private jets by her mystery man, which happened to line up perfectly with 21 Savage posting from similar exotic locations. They collabed again that year on Wheelie from Lot's 777 project, giving fans another data point to dissect for hidden romantic meaning. And when somebody pressed him on it directly, 21 Savage denied having a celebrity girlfriend in a Clubhouse chat, throwing another denial on top of a pile of evidence that was getting harder and harder to ignore. Then the tattoos came into play. In February 2023, fans clocked a tattoo behind L's ear reading Shia, 21 Savage's government name, Shia bin Abraham Joseph. Not long after, he showed off a matching Alyssa tattoo.
Look, you can deny a vacation. You can explain away an Instagram story. You can say a clubhouse denial got taken out of context, but when two people got each other's real names permanently inked on their bodies, that's a different weight class of evidence entirely. The tattoo discovery was the moment the conversation shifted from maybe they're together to come on now, obviously they're together, even if neither of them was willing to say it out loud. Bars kept dropping too. Latto slid in references to a UK partner in her tracks throughout 2023 and into 2024, nodding to 21 Savage's British roots, about as subtle as a billboard for anybody paying attention. But still, nobody confirmed a thing. The code of silence held, even as the proof became overwhelming. It finally cracked in August 2025. Paparazzi got grainy footage of the two of them together on a vacation in St. Vincent, marking the first time they were publicly spotted together after roughly 5 years of rumor and speculation. The footage was grainy, it was shot from a distance, but it was undeniable, and it set the table for what went down the following month. In September 2025, Latto confirmed the whole thing during a TMZ interview in New York City, hype as hell, calling 21 Savage "my man" multiple times and dropping the word husband. After years of keeping it under wraps, after half a decade of running one of the tightest information lockdowns in modern celebrity culture, Latto just said it, on camera, no filter. And the confirmation went crazy viral, with posts pulling over 83,000 views as fans celebrated what they had suspected the whole time. This is the relationship that one hallway walk at the Super Bowl was supposed to shake. 5 years of moving in silence, matching ink, lyrical confessions, a public confirmation, and the word husband. All of it supposedly undone by a clip of two people getting walked to their seats. When you understand the depth and the duration of what Latto and 21 Savage built together, the Super Bowl rumor starts looking real flimsy. But it also explains why the rumor generated the reaction it did. Because when folks have been invested in a secret love story for 5 years, even the smallest crack in the foundation becomes